Hello, this is Church Administration 202. I want to welcome you back to this narrated PowerPoint presentation. I am very happy to have you as a student in this class offered through one of the best Bible colleges anywhere, Fruitland Baptist Bible College. I'm excited to share a lecture entitled Teams versus Committees. In a second PowerPoint lecture this week, we will continue on this same theme and discuss the benefits of a team structure. Now, what should you expect to learn today? Well, the definition of a team. It's always good to define our terms so that we can be certain about what we're discussing. This requires being clear on the terminology we're using. Therefore, I will give you a precise definition of the word team. We will look at several definitions from a number of sources to guide us in this part of the discussion, and then I will give you a preferred definition. Then we will define a second word. We will explain the word teamwork. And last, we will distinguish between teams and committees. They are two different structures for doing church ministry. To clarify this, I will show you a visual graphic slide that will contrast and compare two ways of organizing church work. You will need to decide which works best for you in your own context. Before studying a concept, exploring its meaning is often very helpful. We will do that with the two terms before us today, the word team and the word teamwork. Here is one of several definitions. A team is defined as, and I quote, a group of people organized to work together to accomplish a set of goals or objectives that cannot be achieved effectively by individuals or efficiently by committees, close quote. Here's another definition that is closely related to what we might think of as a biblical definition. Quote, a team is a group of individuals working independently, co-laboring to influence others toward God's objectives. Those two definitions are very good, but I have found another one that I prefer. It comes from a book written by Pat McMillan entitled The Performance Factor. And here is the definition. A team is a group of people committed to a common purpose who choose to cooperate in order to achieve exceptional results. Teams are a means of achieving goals to reach through individual efforts. Now let's dissect this definition. Notice it's a group of people, but not just any group of people. It's a group of people who are committed to something. They are committed to a common purpose or vision. They choose to cooperate, to go beyond average and achieve exceptional results. That is their end goal, to be exceptional in terms of success. Teams have plans that they work toward by using every team member to achieve their goals. When we unpack this definition, we find that it is a great way to look at the meaning of the word team. Now, let's examine the second term. It's the word teamwork. The definition on your screen comes from the Cambridge Academic Content Dictionary. Combined actions of a group of people working together effectively to achieve a goal. Before I explain the visual table that helps show the differences between teams and committees, I want to point out that the Bible has several examples of the word teams and teamwork. In the New Testament, the concept of teamwork and cooperation is exemplified in various passages and stories. One prominent example is the ministry of Jesus Christ and his disciples. Jesus selected 12 men to spread his teachings, and they worked as a cohesive team to accomplish their mission. Each disciple brought unique strengths and qualities to the group, illustrating the importance of diversity in a team. They shared responsibilities, supported one another, and collectively spread the message of forgiveness and salvation. Additionally, the early Christian communities mentioned in the New Testament relied on teamwork to thrive. They pooled their resources, cared for the less fortunate, and communicated the good news of Jesus Christ. The New Testament serves as a testimony to the power of teamwork in achieving a common goal, whether it be the spreading of the gospel or fostering a sense of unity among believers. Teamwork can be seen in such passages as Colossians 4:7 through 15, or Romans 15:30, and Philippians 2:19 through 24. In the Old Testament, Moses realized he could not perform all the work alone. You should remember this Jethro principle from Church Administration 201. Moses couldn't do it alone, and neither can we. In Nehemiah, individuals who were uniquely gifted and called served interdependently with great passion for a common cause, that is, building back the wall around Jerusalem that was in ruins. Throughout Scripture, we have a mandate to be involved in teamwork. Now I want to share a few comments about the team leader's responsibility. Team leaders do have a responsibility, and the responsibility for the group, however, is not on the team leader's shoulders alone. The group shares leadership. And then another quality that we need to examine about team leaders is control. The leader does not make the final decision, but the group decides the way forward. And then what about power and position? Well, team leadership de-emphasizes status and power. Then fourth, the leader does not perceive the group as just a set of individuals working independently, but they are interacting to solving the problems. Fifth, the team's risk-oriented functions are not the leader's sole responsibility, but are shared with the entire group. What about emotions of the group, or conflict even? Some call this the socio-emotional process. These interactions are not ignored by the leader, but are observed by the leader closely. The needs, feelings, and emotions of the team members are not discouraged, but rather encouraged in team meetings and are dealt with openly and transparently. In order to keep conflict from going underground, a team leader will help the team deal again openly and transparently with any conflict. Now, let's compare and contrast teams and committees. Number one, how are meetings conducted? Well, in a team meeting, active problem solving is initiated. The collective energy of all team members is utilized to reach a solution. Meetings encourage open-ended discussion. However, a committee meeting runs efficiently with information sharing as the main activity. Now, in a committee, the leader discusses and decides, making recommendations to a larger body for approval or disapproval. The larger body in our case would be the congregation. But in a team, the group discusses, decides, and then does the actual work together. Number three, a team is empowered. They're empowered to spend money, to solve problems, and then to do the work necessary to accomplish the task. A committee must ask for money to be approved. They debate possible solutions, and then they have to wait for the congregation to decide. Often the job is delegated to others, and the committee does not complete the task. And then there is flexible membership or membership. The team has flexible membership. Team members are carefully chosen based upon their skill and passion. Committees often are selected at random or even accidentally. Sometimes they are chosen to fill a vacant slot on a list. And then a team has shared leadership roles. Everyone on the team has a responsibility to participate. One or two people at a committee, however, will often carry the entire workload of the team. There is sometimes dead wood on the committee, and they don't participate. And then decisions are often made quickly by a team. They are structured to offer a fast and flexible response to a need or problem. Teams are flexible or adaptable and can adjust to changing circumstances, new information, or unexpected challenges. A committee is often slow to make decisions and must follow the chain of command, rendering it inflexible sometimes. And then accountability. A team, by its very nature, is answerable to the congregation, but also it's answerable to each other. Team members are accountable for their actions and their commitments. If someone makes a promise, they're going to follow through because the team members hold them accountable. Accountability means that the team can rely upon each member. Committees are usually governed by rules, regulations, or bylaws. They outline their responsibilities and operating procedure. Compliance with these rules is essential for accountability. Failure to follow the established procedure can result in serious issues and serious conflict.